Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss combination of resistors, electrical energy and electric power, electric cell. These topics are taken from our unit number 2, current electricity. Right now, combination of resistors. Resistor is a device which offers the resistance. Right now, why we need combination? Suppose we required a resistance of 100 ohm and we don't find anywhere in the market 100 ohm resistor, but 50 ohm resistors are available there. So we will take two resistors of 50 ohm, and after combination of these resistors we can perform the activity of 100 ohm resistance, right? So there are two combinations of resistances. Number one, series combination of resistors, and number two, parallel combination of resistors. First of all, we are discussing about the series combination of resistors, right? In this combination, the second terminal of first resistance connected to the first terminal of second resistor, and so on. This assembly is known as series combination of resistors, right? Now in this case there are two resistors of resistances R1 and R2. Now the net resistance of this combination will be R1 plus R2. Both are in series, so similar current will flow through these resistors. For the identification of series combination, each resistor of the series combination carry the same current, but the potential difference across each resistor may be different if the value of resistances are different, right? Since V equal to IR, so here the potential difference will be IR1, here I into R2. So potential difference may be different, but current will remain same, right? Second thing, if we are connecting number of resistors in series combination, the resistance of equivalent resistance will be R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and so on, right? What happened in the parallel combination of resistances? Now we are going to discuss the parallel combination of resistors. In this combination, the first terminals of each resistor connected at a single point, right? And the second terminals of each resistor should be connected at the other point. This assembly or this combination is called parallel combination. Now see, here I current flowing in the wire, it divided into two parts, I1 and I2. These currents may be similar or different. If the value of these resistances are equal, then current will be equal. But if the resistances are different, then current will be different. But the potential difference will be same, since when we connect the battery across this combination, then the potential difference across R1 will be equal to the potential difference of battery. Similarly, potential difference across second resistor will be equal to PD of that cell, right? So in parallel combination, potential difference across each resistor will be same, but the current may be different, right? Now what will be the equivalent resistance of this circuit? For this, the reciprocal of equivalent resistance is equal to sum of reciprocals of resistances of each resistors, right? If there are number of resistors n, then formula may be proceed as 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on, right? So this is the parallel combination of resistors. But in exercise we will find the networks in which not purely series combination, neither series combination nor parallel combination, but it will be the mixed combination. So identification marks are two. If the current is similar flowing through the resistors, it means these resistances are in series, and if potential difference is same, it means that is the parallel combination, right? Now next topic is electric energy and power, right? Suppose we have a circuit and this circuit is containing a resistance R, right? When we connect a battery across it, the current flows in the circuit, right? Suppose I current is flowing through this one. So after some time this resistor will heat up, means it is dissipating some amount of heat. Now what is that heat energy? That is electrical energy, right? Let us consider the potential difference across the end of the conductor. This is suppose this is a conductor, right? So potential difference is V across this resistance. In delta t time, here we taking a time interval, short interval of time delta t. Then the amount of charge will be I into delta t. Delta Q equal to I into delta t. This formula comes from the definition of current, right? Now the change in the potential energy will be equal to minus Q into V. Now why minus Q V? That comes from the definition of potential difference. Definition of potential difference is delta W divided by Q, right? Now substitute the value of delta Q, that is I into delta T, from this equation, right? Now if the charge moves without collision through the conductor, their kinetic energy would also change, so that total energy remains the same, right? Now change in kinetic energy is equal to change in potential energy from work energy theorem. So it may be written as IV into delta T, right? Now when electrons moves inside the conductor, they frequently collides with the positive ions, fixed positive ions, right? But in presence of electric field, they gain the steady drift velocity, right, in a particular direction. Now during this collision, the energy gained by the charges is shared with the atoms. The atoms vibrates more vigorously, the conductor heat up. When electron hits the positive ions, their kinetic energy gets shifted to the positive ion and the heat energy dissipated. Now what will be the heat energy dissipated? That will be equal to work done by the battery, and that is equal to change in kinetic energy. And change in kinetic energy from equation number 2 is IV delta T. Now substitute the value of V over here. V equal to IR, so equation becomes I square R into delta T. It may be written as this one. It means there are three formula for electric energy, right? Now electric power. Electric power is the energy dissipated per unit time, right? For example, in mechanical power, that is work per unit time. Similarly here, energy per unit time is electric power. Now heat dissipation, we get the formula IV delta T, I square R delta T, V square by R delta T if we divide these equations by time, so we get I into V or I square R or V square by R. This is the electric power, and the unit of electric power is watt. Joule per second means watt, right? Now this is a question. There are two wires, nichrome and copper wire of same length, same radius, means both of the wires having same dimension, and a current I pass through them. Which wire will heats up more? Justify your answer. You know that nichrome is a alloy, copper is a conductor. So the resistance of nichrome is greater than resistance of copper. If similar current flows through these two wires, then the resistance of nichrome, since the resistance of nichrome is higher than the resistance of copper, it means heat dissipation is greater in nichrome wire. So this is the solution of this question, right? Second question, in this network we have to find the equivalent resistance. Now see, these two resistances are in parallel, so their equivalent resistance will be 1 by R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, means equivalent resistance is 2 ohm, right? Here the equivalent resistance is 2 ohm for this loop. Now see this loop. In this loop, these two resistances are also in parallel. 1 by 12 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 1 by R. It means the equivalent resistance is 4 ohm for this loop. Now this resistor of 2 ohm, this one of 1 ohm and 4 ohm are in series, and we can directly add 2, 1 and 4, we get 7 ohm resistance in the network, right? So this is for one loop, similarly for other loop, and then we add these three resistances, 4 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, we get the answer 7, right? Now electric cell. Electric cell consists of electrolyte with 2 electrodes, right? So this is a cell, these are 2 electrodes, right? Electrolyte is there. The electric cell is a device which gives the steady current in the circuit, right? Now EMF of the cell. EMF means electromotive force. When a cell in open circuit, it means cell is not used. If it is in open circuit, the maximum potential difference between electrodes is called EMF, right? When there is no current, then the potential difference between positive and negative electrode is EMF, right? It means EMF is maximum potential difference between electrodes. Internal resistance. You know that inside the electrolyte, this electrolyte dissociated into positive and negative ions. Positive ions and negative ions moves in opposite direction, and they collide with the electrolyte particles, and here we get a hindrance due to collision. That hindrance is called internal resistance of the cell. The electrolyte of a cell has finite resistance. It is known as internal resistance of cell, and moreover it is an inherent property of the cell, right? So we can say that the value of internal resistance is vary from cell to cell. For the new cell or for the new electrolyte, the internal resistance is very small, right? Now expression for electric current. When a cell connected to the external resistance, the R external resistance and internal resistance becomes in series. So the net resistance will become capital R plus small r. We can write it E equal to V plus IR, and hence we can get the formula I is equal to E divided by I R plus R. right? So this is all about this lecture.